So I just brought Suzie out. She's a spar, for those that don't know, a female Sparrowhawk, and she's I've had her 5 days now, and I've been doing plenty of manning with her in the garden, spending a lot of hours with her. She's fully parent reared, so essentially that means that 5 days ago she was fully wild, no human contact really at all, so fully wild bird, still a wild bird, but she's coming round now with the hours I'm spending with her. Just been sitting in the garden with her, getting her used to things around the house, around the garden, sitting in front of the TV with her, stuff like that. So yeah, so this is the first time out and about having a walk. There's a squirrel up there somewhere. Young squirrel up there. So yeah, this is the first time out and about having a walk. So I've brought a couple of chicks with me that you can see she's having a pick at. So she's eating readily off the fist now. She's still a little bit wary of me. She's not 100% yet, but that'll take a bit of time. She's still quite heavy in weight. I haven't started bringing her weight down properly yet, which won't help either. Once her weight starts coming down, then her temperament should get a lot better. She should be a lot more biddable then. So, but she's not bad. So yeah, like I say, first time out. So I've just brought a couple of chicks, and just to take her mind off all the scary stuff really that's going on around. I mean, as you can see, she's still looking and she's wary, but she's gonna be. That's gonna happen. So you can expect her to bait a few times. So yeah, I just thought I'd do a bit of a so what that bait was, she righted herself then, was, as you can see here, there's an irrigation pipe here. It's got a hole in it up there. I wondered what it was at first. I thought it was smoke at first, but that's going to spook the shit out of her, so we might not. We'll see how we go. We might not go that far, but come on, stand properly. So yeah, but anyway, as I was saying, first time out. So this is the sort of areas we're going to be hunting. Not this specific area, this is just a public footpath this, but yeah, I'll just stand still for a second and let her have a go on that. Yeah, but this sort of areas, wooded areas, treed areas, you know, tracks along hedgerows and stuff like that, that she has to get used to. She has to get used to birds flying around, things spooking her and stuff like that. So this is all part of that. It's all just one step at a time, getting her used to everything. She's 6 weeks old, so she's just hard penned, which means all the feathers have come through now, and she's doing well. She's doing well. It's completely different to an imprint. These parent reared take a bit more work, and that's nothing against people that have the imprints. Don't get me wrong, at first, that's not fair actually. At first, imprints take a lot of work, because obviously you've got to raise them yourself, and they do take a lot of work. I've imprinted before, but I just fancied something parent reared this time. So as you can see, she's still not 100% with me, wings are out a bit, but she's feeding nicely. So I'm hoping to hunt partridge and woodcock, amongst other things, but mainly partridge and woodcock. Just turn this way because wind's getting in that way. So yeah, I'm going to start bringing her weight down really slowly now, day by day. And this is going to be an interesting one. Irrigation pipes burst here, throwing loads of water out, so she's either going to freak or have a nice shower. Let's see. She's doing alright so far. Give her a nice shower in here. Oh, she likes it. Come in a nice shower. So am I. There we go. So she handled that pretty well. And now she freaks. Just nice and gentle, just right her. There we go. And carry on, but she's doing really well. See, it's her first time out. Calm enough. Like I say, first time out around these surroundings. She was 290 grams when I got her out. When she was got out of her breeding chamber. Scales broke about 2 days after I got her, so I'm expecting some more to come today. Hopefully. I've ordered some a few days ago. But I've been bringing it on really slowly, but I wouldn't expect it to weigh any less than, I don't know, maybe probably 275, 280, because I haven't been bringing her down that much. But as you can see, she's doing alright, she's pretty calm. Taking it all in. So yeah, hopefully by September we'll be out hunting. But to everyone who's getting into it or thinking of getting into it, this is her first time out, but she's doing really well. But don't get me wrong, I've spent a lot of hours with her. So I've had her 4 or 5 days. I work full time, but I've took some time off work, getting up at 5 o'clock in the morning to spend a couple of hours with her before work, and then getting home from work, sorting kids out, having tea, and then the rest of the evening is dedicated to her. Because as with all things, not just falconry, but you only get out what you put in, really. And certainly in falconry case, the more you put in with them, the more you get out with them. So you've got to put the time in, and you've got to make sure you've got the time, or make the time. You know, don't get me wrong, on a morning I could quite easily lie in bed and think, oh fuck it, I'll just do a manning session tonight, or you know. But you've got to, and I'm not preaching, it ain't like that, but you've just got to think about the bird. See the black bird up there? That'll be a good quarry for her when she's old, when we get her hunting. Before anyone says, oh, you can get a licence from Natural England for that. So yeah, like I said, this is all part of the manning process, just exposing her to everything that she could possibly come across when she's hunting. So one bit at a time. You know, we're not throwing her in at the deep end and take her into a field of cattle and them all stomping around and scaring the life out of her. Nice quiet track. First time she's really been in the woods. Well, first time she has been in the woods. Trees around her. cave voles and mice in the undergrowth, blackbirds flying around, like I say, irrigator pipes that are burst, all that jazz, all things that can spook them. Just get them used to it, and just so they know, you know, it's not a threat. It's scary now, but you don't have to be worried about it, it's fine. All things that wild birds just get used to over time. They get used to cars, they get used to, you know, things like this, man-made things, tractors, you know, all sorts, bird scarers. They even get used to bird scarers that are designed to scare them, but they get used to them. And it's all about exposure, and that's literally all we're doing now. You know, there's no rocket science involved, just exposure. As you can see, she's alert, and this isn't hunting alert, this is a bit of nervous energy alert. It's getting quite noisy where there's a bit of a hole in the irrigator pipe there. She's getting a bit nervous, but we've got over that. So remember, this bird, just let her settle down. Can you right yourself? No, just help her up gently. That's it. And remember, this bird was completely wild 4 or 5 days ago, 5 days ago. So she's doing extremely well. There's no rush with her. I'd like to be out in September with her. It takes a bit longer, but with these things, they're like a miniature goshawk, accipiters, very highly strung, not like your Harris hawks, a bit more easy going. And I've always have flown goshawks, and I've always thought the key with these accipiters is you've got to get them hunting. You've got to get them hunting. Get them on weight and get them hunting. It calms them right down, steadies them right up. But obviously only do it when they're ready, but the sooner you can get them hunting, the better, in my experience anyway. So yeah, so she's doing really well. We're heading back to the car now, only a shortish walk, coming back past this bit of irrigation. So she's doing okay. There we go. Done really well. As you can see, talking all the time helps as well, and I'm making this video, but even if I didn't have the GoPro on my head, I'd still be talking to her, getting her used to my voice. Also, there, show her my hand before I move it towards her, so she knows it's coming. Don't spook her with it. Stroke the feet, gently. The chest. They say you're not supposed to stroke birds, but with your hawk you've got to be able to touch them. Not to check them over, to get them steady. Just makes your life easier. So for a first time out, she's done really well. Chuffed with her. So I'll leave it at that before she shows me up. And yeah, proud of her. Nearly back to the car now, so yeah. Hopefully do some more vids on her progress and see how we go, lass. Yeah, good girl.